What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another video. Now you guys might notice something. What's different today? Notice anything? Did I get a new haircut? Or are we in the XL river rig? Yes, we have switched boats. Actually, we wanted to fish in this boat a few more times this summer, but you guys know how caught up you get just running around doing everything we normally do. But we're making it happen. It's the tail end of July. We're back in the XL, the river runner. Except today we're on a lake, I guess. So the plan is today, I really wanted to get out and fish in this boat and just kind of showcase a simple way that you can go anywhere, even without forward facing. We even pulled the forward facing unit off of here and just catch a bunch of walleyes. It's one of those like super simple tactics that just kind of works everywhere you're gonna go in the summer. And that's kind of what we want to showcase. So we're on a small lake. I haven't fished since last year. It's gonna be about 90% humidity today and hot. And we hope to just catch, you know, a handful of nice walleyes, doing some super simple type of tactics, looking at side imaging, sonar. Let's make it happen, Mitchell. We got the great Mitchell behind the camera. Beautiful morning. Is this good cinematic light? Let's get after it. All right, so summertime walleye fishing. You know, a lot of these small lakes don't have just like wild amounts of structure, right? It's not like they have huge point complexes, huge main lake basin humps and structure. A lot of what you fish on these small lakes is just like little points, maybe a little flat here and there. And in the summertime, you can be guaranteed that these fish are probably a little bit deeper than they are a lot of the other times of year. So it could be a deep weed edge. It could be just a good flat in 15 to 22 feet of water. And what we're gonna do is one of my favorite techniques for fishing a lot of the small water. That is obviously the spinner rig. And a lot of times I just like even pulling these on a spinning rod, which is what we're gonna do. And that is literally all there is to do on this little bait right here. Get your boat moving at about, I'd say about 1.2. And all we're gonna do is kind of manipulate this weight. I put a 3/8 ounce weight on here, a ½ ounce a lot of times. And that's gonna let me cover kind of any depth I need to. Basically like on a cast about that long, that bait's gonna be down 10, 11 feet right there. And that's kind of the deal. And then essentially we're just gonna get on some of these 15-ish foot flats and kind of pull around this depth zone real slow. See what we see both on side imaging, down imaging, sonar, and it's a great technique just to put fish in the boat and kind of look at a little bit of water as you do it. We'll rig another rod up and that's it, baby. That's as simple as it gets right there. Fish on. Fish on, Mitchell. They're hooked up. Pretty bassy, I think. Really? If I were to guess, I'd say bass, but it hasn't come up yet. I did just see a pot, and I don't know if you guys could see that, but I chucked a slip bobber out. Wisconsin, you obviously got 3 lines, so I chucked a slip bobber out the second I saw that pot of fish. This is 100% not going to be a walleye. At least that's... Oh, Mitchell, we got a bass on, but our slip bobber's down. Holy smokes, it's got to be so far back there. That one's probably a walleye. It's going on, baby. It's going on. Using that 3rd Wisconsin line to get it done. All right, maybe we're gonna slip bobber. I went through a few schools of fish with the spinners and just didn't get bit. And I could see fish on the side imaging. Yes, Mitchell, we got a walleye. Look at that. We got a walleye and we still got a bass on. Come here, buddy. A lot of these small lakes, we're just looking to get some nice eaters. Whew. I got another fish on still though. We'll keep him nice and cool in the old net. We'll reel in our bass. This is what fishing's all about, baby. This is what fishing's all about. Come here, you big old jumping son of a gun. Oh! Put me on the tour, Mitchell.
Jumping like a tarpon.
We'll box this one on up and bring him to weigh in. 3:30. We're due back. Come here. My favorite part about this boat, though, oh, you get this little landing platform back here. You can just ease them on in. That's where them big old sows, how you beach them up on here. There we go. There's our bass on the spinner rig.
Nice.
Not impressive.
I like it.
Now, we'll show you the targeted species here, which is a nice walleye on the old slip bobber. Maybe we'll just slip bobber him, huh? What do you say?
I like that idea.
Nice 17-incher right there. Let's see what we're dealing with. Oh, wow. Look at all these little baby perchies puking up. Wow.
You know what they want to eat.
All right, where's my players at? There we go. Walleye number 1 in the little boat today. Getting it done.
Beautiful.
Should we diversify our tactics and do some slip bobbering?
I think so.
All right. See you later, little buddy. That's what I'm talking about. He's got a little thing going on there, but you know, he's still angry. We're just kind of fishing one of the 3 points in this lake. So, you know, there's not like a whole lot of structural stuff going on. A lot of these small lakes, though, you don't see fish down like 50 feet. You'll see fish in 13 to 17 in the summer. Might be kind of like on the deeper side. This one we got just a whole bunch of plant material on here. So let's go back and slip bobber some of these rascals. Bobber down. Bobber down. Got him right there. I think we're onto him, boys. I think we're onto him. Took us a second to figure out what they wanted to bite. It is a walleye. Nice. Look at him, Mitchell.
Nice fish.
Dude, is this the same fish? No, it's not the same. He's seriously got a scab on his side. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh my gosh. No. All right, well, we're kind of dialing in on this pod, and they're just kind of roaming around one of these flat points. And there's a little scattered rock up here, and we're kind of looking at them with side imaging, and obviously picking off a few when we see them. Not a bad walleye. He's got that same scab, dude.
It's different though. This one's like
it is a different scab or something. Now, yeah. Oh, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. It does feel good though to kick it back to the basics here this morning and just throw it down old school on some small water side imaging with slip bobbers. And there we go. Another nice walleye right there, baby. Getting it done this morning. It was about 7 in the morning, 7:30 maybe. For some reason they did not want the spinner, which is kind of surprising. I thought the whole video was going to kind of revolve around that, but the fish didn't get the script, and now we're just catching them on the old slip bobber. I am going to throw a little jig around too, use all 3 of my Wisconsin lines. I will say this, if you're not a forward-facing fisherman, you know, generally that's a situation where we just utilize one rod all the time. Get all your rods out, baby. Use them all. Because you can cover a lot more water a lot more quickly with a whole bunch of rods, especially if you're in somewhere like Wisconsin where you can fish 3 at a time. Smokes, it's going down. Oh, baby. Oh, it's a jumping bass. It's a jumping bass. Oh, I thought we had our 3rd walleye there.
Oh.
And you know.
What do you think, 5.5 pounds?
At least, probably.
I think so too.
When you come out to some of these smaller lakes, I mean, success generally isn't like 30 walleyes, but if you can catch like a legal limit of 3 fish in a quick little morning outing, I mean, that's pretty good. So, I mean, if we get like 1 or 2 more nice walleyes, I'll be feeling pretty happy about our objective. Well, on these little lakes, we just motored to another spot, but you're never gonna be able to like sit in one spot for like hours. There's just not enough fish. I mean, you're looking for a lot of schools of like 5 to maybe 10 fish that are kind of using a spot, and then you kind of move on to the next spot. So we're on point number 2 now, which we're looking for fish on. Main thing is we've kind of found the depth. Seems like that 12 to 15, 16 feet is kind of where the fish are. So I'm just running this spot on the deeper edge right now, looking for fish. The spot looks pretty sandy. The last spot had a little bit of rock, but I'm just looking for fish. And when I see them, I'm gonna cast a slip bobber right on top of their little heads. That's walleye, boys. Don't jump. Don't jump.
Stay down. Stay down.
Stay down, big girl. Yes, Mitchell, we got our 3rd walleye. It's a 15-incher. All right. This is how it's supposed to go. This is how it's supposed to go. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. There we go. Simple presentations for simple results, Mitchell. It is fun, though. It is good getting out and catch some. There's a 15-incher. He's a pretty one. Real dark kind of gold. And I enjoy catching walleyes anywhere they live of all sizes, right? Obviously, like my favorite thing in the world to do is catch big walleyes. But you come to some of these small little low numbers lakes and you put a decent little morning together, I mean, that's big success. It might not make for the greatest video. I'm sure some of you guys will love this video. Some of you guys will be like, go back to catching the big fish, which I totally understand. But we like to show walleye fishing of all kinds. And if we can come out here and have a little morning like this, a lot of these little lakes too. There's nobody out here, is there? Was there one other boat like pan fishing or something we saw?
I thought we were the only people.
But beautiful morning, catching walleyes, baby, on the old side imaging. Should we do a little walkthrough on that probably?
Yeah.
All right. It's a long ways back, Mitchell. Got him. There we go. That easy, man. There's a pot of about 3 to 4 fish. Hit them on side imaging. Cast that bobber out, and I was like, man, there's got to be a better school of fish than this here. So I just kept feeding that line and trolling motoring away from it, looking for more. And about 50 yards later, the bobber goes down on another walleye. Well, it is confirmed. There is a decent little summer walleye bite to be had out here. Look at that one. He's actually really not that bad a fish, would you say?
Oh, nice fish.
Just those classic small lake Northwoods cookie cutters, I'd say. But this is realistically a pattern that you can go to any little lake in the country and replicate and catch fish just like this, as long as you got side imaging or really sonar on your boat. And the slip bobber is obviously an incredibly useful tool for this style of fishing. See you later, buddy. Oh, we've officially done it. We have achieved the limit of walleyes.
Greatness.
On the little lake, baby. I don't know what there is to complain about that. I'm sure we can keep going around and find a couple more though, huh? Got a giant storm coming in sometime like mid-morning, so we're trying to beat the storm and get the old video done. So basically all we're doing is cruising down these flats, like we said, looking for fish. But in our no forward facing exclusive special here on YouTube, basically this is the way I used to fish for years and years and years. 2 graphs like this network together and split screen like this. And this is what you want to do. 1, full screen side imaging, just like this. I'll run that out to 90 feet. That's going to tell me everything that's side to side. Obviously you can see little rocks over here, little rocks over here, little sand in here. It's going to show me everything that's side to side. I split screen this with my GPS map and a little bit of sonar. I don't need a big, huge screen of sonar, but if I miss any fish on side imaging that come right below me, this is gonna tell me like, oh, look, I'm driving over rocks right now. Or like, oh man, look at the fish here or whatever. This is how I like to set up my graphs if I'm fishing this way. So if you're in this kind of situation where you're running around some of these small lakes, try to set up some way where you can see the most amount at one time. That is kind of the whole key to using electronics. Now, if you just have one graph, what I would highly recommend doing is something that setting your hotkeys up. So I'll maybe have my first hotkey is side imaging. My second one might be a look of the map and sonar at the same time, so that I can kind of ping back and forth very quickly to different hotkeys. Like, oh, okay, driving around. Oh, is this some fish right below me? I don't know. Let's switch over to the second hotkey. Okay, yeah, there's fish on sonar. Electronics is all about being able to interpret and see as much as you can at one given time. Obviously, we're not lighting the world on fire out here today, but it'd be very easy to come out to one of these small lakes and miss those little schools of 3 to 6 fish on a spot like this. Oh, I got a tangle. On. There we go, baby.
You're tangled up too.
There we go. I had a tangle around my tip. We got a bass on or a walleye?
What is this?
It's feeling pretty bassy. Oh!
Woo.
Walleye?
Big old bite.
Oh, dang, dude. He's coming to life.
See, they just
Good morning, little buddy.
they put up such a nice fight. That's why I love them.
Look at the parabolic load on that rod, though. That's the kind of thing that makes me excited. Basically, my all-time favorite rod for fishing this way is the 2B Precision Shooter. This rod is 7.5 medium light. I think it's called a moderate, medium light moderate. And it's designed specifically for slip bobber fishing. Oversized guide so you can cast better. Designed to kind of load up like that for fighting fish on, you know, generally if you're slip bobbering using some kind of finessey hook. We're using just a finesse Kalin's jig hook right now with the finesse 1/4 ounce Kalin's sharpshoot bobber. There we go. Nice little bass. What do you think, Mitchell? Are you jealous of the bass? Well, we just cast on one pod that didn't bite, and we might be on to the next spot. Just chewing through water this morning. Well, folks, successful day in the John boat. We're about to get absolutely clobbered by an enormous monsooning, lightning rainstorm. Well, we knew we only had a little bit of time this morning, but successful trip. I tried hard to get one more fish, and the fish were moved and they got a little bit more finicky. But any day you can come out to one of these smaller lakes and, you know, put a handful of decent sized walleyes in the boat is a good day in my book. And it was good to get back in the old XL, the river runner. Now she's a lake runner. We've christened her on a lake catching walleyes, which feels good. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this one. Obviously we enjoy mixing up content. A lot of times that's by going here, going there, going over there. Wanted to kind of film something a little bit different today, showcasing maybe a simpler approach to catching summertime walleyes. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this one. Where are we gonna be next? Couldn't even tell you. We got kind of a week where we're just up in the air doing what we can here. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys like this YouTube channel, maybe go ahead and just freaking smash that subscribe button. Sometimes I say stuff just try to get a rise out of Mitchell, but thank you guys for allowing me to do my job. Thank you for all you loyal Walleye Now users, and thank you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing, and all that good stuff. We'll see you on the next one.